Welcome to Fibery for startups. It's a connected workspace that links all your main processes together. So you don't have to search for like 5, 6 tools. You just have a single tool to manage all these processes like strategy, road mapping, software development, do customer discovery calls, ideate in Fibery, track your fundraising process, hiring process, all can be done here. This is a brief overview what you can do in Fibery. Let's start from customer discovery. We have all these processes in the left menu, and customer discovery is a very basic application where you can track your meeting notes, interviews, and so on. The great thing is that when you put text transcript here, is you can link it to real ideas, real features. Thus you can understand better what's important and what's not. Let's say this sentence linked to make charts go up idea. And after the conversation, you see that UI is bleak. And you can create a new feature right here. Let's do that. So you want to support themes in your product. And we're just creating this new feature. And as you see, feature is created and linked to this sentence. And if you open this feature, you can start to put like feature description here. And the good thing is that we have a back reference. So you immediately see who requested this feature. And you can imagine if you have like tens calls, you can see this feature more and more often, and you will just accumulate a list of references here. So thus, it will be easy for you to define what areas are important and what are not. The next process is strategy. It's a basic objective key results tracking. So you can define your high-level objectives like validate MVP, make product self-sustaining, and our current objective here is, let's say, cheer up product teams. And you can define key results like we want to have 100 of product teams using the product to validate the idea, and we have this high NPS. And also, you can connect all your features and all your ideas into objective. So you can track an execution, like what should be done to really complete this objective. This list of features, this list of ideas, and so on. So you can track all that, and you can definitely track your high-level features by objectives in a timeline view, let's say, and say, okay, for this objective we are working on this feature, and this feature will come next. Let's move to road mapping. It's a basic application that helps you to track your features backlog and features roadmap. So every feature can have quite advanced description. It's a full-blown wiki in Fibery, so you can like insert images, videos, format text, and so on. And you can like define prioritization framework, like for example, reach score and rise score to track like what feature is more important. And you can define your all prioritization framework here. So it's just like a product management tool inside Fibery, and you can create roadmaps with your current features and future features, understand what should be done and when we will be able to like complete some objective or make a release. Okay, so when you have your road mapping, you can definitely split all features to user stories, and that's software development processes for. By default, we have a very basic Kanban process, like just a Kanban board with stories and bugs, and you can create new stories and new bugs, assign them to features, and assign them to releases as well. It's a very basic application. If you want to use Scrum, definitely it's possible. You can customize software development to include sprints and run your Scrum process. Ideation is an accumulation of all your ideas. Like imagine you had like dozens of conversations with customers, and you have like idea bank with all the ideas, and you can even create a board to see the most important ideas and features. And this number, let's say, calculates how many times this feature was mentioned in recent conversations. For example, this one was mentioned 2 times in the call with Piper and in the call with Kate. So you see this immediately here. Okay. And definitely can track your ideas on a high level, like see what idea is in implementation phase, what idea like is in collecting evidence phase, and everything is customizable, so you can customize it here. And the last two pieces is fundraising. So it's just a very basic investor flow where you can create a new investment opportunity and describe it here and track all interactions, for example, and have like state like rejected, closed, and so on. And the last piece is hiring. So basically, definitely you have hiring process and you can track your candidates across all open positions here. And again, every candidate can have a flow. So for example, Jan is a CTO, so we're interviewing him soon, and so on. So you can track all the results here and make decisions who to hire, who to not hire. And Fibery is super customizable. So what you see is just a default setup for a startup. So if you don't need, for example, hiring process, you can just delete it, and it will not affect like your UI anymore. And you can install new processes from templates. Let's say if you want to track all your employees, or let's say track your sales in Fibery, you can install new process from template section and use it. And also you can customize existing processes heavily. Like for example, for road mapping, you want to see hierarchy of all your development. And you definitely can create a new list, let's say, and see, for example, feature on the top level, and let's say bugs, and let's say user stories on a lower level. So you can immediately see the whole hierarchy of all your development and product development. And that's how you can create new visualizations in Fibery, and you can customize applications heavily. Like if you want to add epic in the feature, by default it's just features. You can definitely add a new type, like let's add a new type, it will be epic, and you can connect your epic to features, and epic will have many features. And I can split your epics to features and create high level like epics for your product development process. If you feel that maybe it's not so required, you can just delete the epic and it will not affect anything. And also Fibery is a wiki, so you can track all your like documents right in Fibery. For example, in software development, we put like a dev wiki document as an example, and in the hiring process, we have our description, how we really hire people. So if you have like a person who want to understand how you really do that, it's just here. So you don't have to navigate to some Google Docs and check things there. Again, it's a default set of processes for your startup. To not think much about what tool to select, you can just do almost everything in Fibery.